And here we have Set playing Duel.
Yep. It's been working out. I mean, that's why Set's got this far. Well, one of the reasons. So.
And Lazur playing Milo, Rock Rivals. Both decks that have had a lot of success earlier in the tournament for these players.
Yeah.
Wow. Crystal Archers. Someone's bow went flying through my screen then. Rare gold's one of the best part of this game.
Great to get that value out immediately. Just deny the Crystal Archers.
So Set gets a poison strike from his future past. Prefer minions, but we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, you want to be able to just play that card as much as possible. So, yeah. Looks like Lazur's got a good prime target for Rock Rivals here on the top side.
Yes. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. Rock Rivals.
Yeah.
Decent push at the bottom though for Lazur against Set.
Is there a trap there?
Yep.
There is. It was placed just out of range of the blue golem though. It's
Takes
actually
a
going to
hit.
cost Set a little bit. Yeah.
Massive smite. Set takes nearly half face damage there, but pushing through this. Statue is slowed though, so it's not terrifying, but does need to be dealt with. It's going to put out some face damage here.
Fairly terrifying still. I mean, there's a lot of damage here. This is going to take a lot. I mean, I know Set took a lot, but
both players taking a lot of damage here. But Lazur's got a big XP lead, so he'll be happier with this interaction for sure.
Yeah, I mean, both players losing half their health, but yeah, as you say, Lazur ending up on the positive side of the XP trade, and considering he was the one who played the Rock Rivals, I'm sure he's going to be very happy about that.
Okay, so Rock Rivals has been used.
Yeah. Ooh, the Annihilator wanders off. Yeah. It's not what Lazur probably wanted.
Not what he wanted, but it wasn't the end of the world, because Lazur's going to be thinking about that smite, and he knows that if he gets too much together, then the smite's going to just crush it. So the fact that the Annihilator walked off did some face damage.
Yeah. Set still has to deal with AoE and the blue golem.
Just think about smiting, doesn't decide to. Ruffles is going to take a hit! And I mean...
Poor Ruffles. Ooh.
Poor Ruffles, but... I mean, it tanked a hit on that...
He did a good job, yeah.
Yeah! It tanked a big hit. Don't tell Peter. Peter, I don't know. What do they call it? Like, that's an American thing, right? P-E-T-A?
Yeah, I think they call it Peter, but, you know.
Pardon?
They don't know how to pronounce things, so...
Peter. What's our equivalent of that?
RSPCA? I don't know. Well, Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
Nailed it. Okay.
Ruffles gets some mana there. Very nice.
Not getting a big rocky punch this time. XP is in Lazur's favour, and of course, once he gets to perk 3, those arcane golems have become a lot scarier. We haven't really seen a push with the Rock Rivals and the arcane golem behind it, but we may see it for the first time here. And this is the power of it. Smite available. Does have the...
it's not actually going to kill either of those units even.
Yeah, that's frustrating. XP leveling up.
Yeah.
Great use of that trap to take that the Annihilator down, sorry. Trap picks up at the top. Ruffle's going to grab a heal as well, so this is okay. DPS coming out on face. So both players took a lot of face damage early on, but we haven't seen too much since that period.
I feel like the pressure is going to be in Lazur's favour though if this carries on. Like that perk 3 millimeter is just so much value on every cycle, or rather every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And the blue golem again is it's going to be generating value, able to trade positively against the Brother with Burning Fist.
Brother goes down, bridge grab from the swarmers at the bottom.
Yeah, just having those elite swarmers do some damage and then go and do something else useful. Like, I mean, yeah, They're the highest. They're one of the highest DPS cards in the game, and they cost nothing. So it's a very high value card. If you
It's
can
tricky
use
to
them
deal with the
correctly.
golem tanking everything, taunting everything. The grenadier, I think, is the only thing that's hitting. That's a great trap though. Great trap.
Yeah.
The trap was out of taunt range. Nicely done. XP slightly in Lazur's favour now. He's getting the
With that
best
blue
of these
golem,
controls.
yeah, behind another unit, it can be very difficult because the units will naturally try to walk through the arcane golem and get to the blue golem. And these swarmers are going to trigger. Okay, he died to the
See, one of the things is he spent that mana to get his poison strike from the future, but he's barely used it.
yeah.
You know, that's a card you want to be using as much as possible.
Throwing out an early GG. I think he just feels like he hasn't been able to get enough value from his.
He's just too far behind him.
Yeah.
That poison strike just being a dead card in his hand really didn't help him at all.
It's frustrating, especially because 3 mana poison strike is pretty decent value, but there's not that much in the way of targets in
It's not
deck.
great against tanky stuff.
Yeah, and when combined with the fact
has
that
a lot of-
set has the smite as well, which is kind of a preferable removal.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like this is going to go down to just too much pressure. from
Maybe if the
Lazur.
poison strike was from a future present and you could get it just extra cheap, maybe, but just 1 mana less. It's still too expensive to just use for the sake of using it. Okay, so again, Set sticks to the Diona. Lazur, of course, forced to switch, chooses Stormbringer. Now let's pay attention, see what kind of RNG Set's getting this time. He's going to hold his breath, and he's going to use his future. Might play the brother first at the top. There we go. Okay, nice bridge grab with the Elysium. Did sacrifice one of the Crystal Archers, but that's okay. Right.
It was a worthwhile sacrifice there. So he's going to play the bridge game first, and then
Yeah, he wants to get this future out, but he'll use it at the right moment.
it does look like he's got a little bit of an upper hand in the early XP, although now Lazur has a solid tempo counter push.
Yeah, we saw the power of the cannon roller a few times, and especially it gets the extra range from Stormbringer, and that can just be such a difficult card to deal with. Here we see it shredding face, going to get some more units off, and just the way it can re-aggro makes it so difficult to deal with. Right, we've got to see the future here at some point. There we go, Slithering Summons. I mean, it's reduced, so you're basically getting a regular 5 mana unit for 5 mana.
Does he have any other Slitherbound cards? He doesn't, does he?
Not that I'm seeing
I
yet.
think so.
So
Yeah, that's it's not ideal. It's just an even cost unit in general. It is a sort of flexible card, but not probably what Set wanted, ideally. The fact that it's a unit is decent.
Now, someone mentioned in the chat, I seem to recall this, I feel like Set's not a clicker. I don't think he uses his keyboard.
He is a clicker.
He is, yeah, he's a mouse clicker, not a keyboard clicker.
Yeah.
Which is interesting that he can play at such a high level, but I feel like that's such a detriment to him.
Yeah, it's a wonder to me that he's able to compete in these mana frenzy games and still make accurate plays. Like the amount of mouse accuracy that you must need to do that is staggering to me.
It takes so long to go down to a card, select it, come back up to where you want it, then you change your mind, have to go back down, rather than just click, click, click. So
I'm pretty sure that he also plays Counter-Strike. So like, I think I have wondered, you know, like, does he do it as a choice so that he can kind of continue to work on his accuracy whilst he's playing?
Wait, hold on. You're saying he's playing Minion Masters specifically in a way so that he can improve at Counter-Strike?
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I don't know for sure that you know that's a factor, but definitely at the very least it plays in his favour that he is, you know, somebody who
does he ever yell boom headshot during a Minion Masters game?
I don't know what Russian for boom headshot is, so I can't.
So he yells something similar, just not necessarily in English.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
okay,
exactly.
That's a great trap.
Great trap.
That's how you deal with the cannon roller with the trap. You force it to come back to you.
Yeah.
Right, XP is slightly in Lazur's favour, but only very slightly. Perk 3 Stormbringer becomes a pain in the behind. Constantly ping in, double fast.
Yeah, and these ranged units just start to be so annoying as well. Like, when there's just more stuff in front of them for you to deal with. Oh, there's a Kana!
There it is. What did it do? Basically nothing.
Like an elite.
Did it get the bridge? It gets the bridge!
Excellent.
Okay, nice trap.
Oh, good Grenadier.
So again, not great RNG for
Set pushing both lanes now. And has he even played his Slithering Summons? I can't say that I remember him.
I think so. It's
once.
still on the statue. I think it's been on the statue the whole time.
Yeah. But nevertheless, he is staying relevant in XP and might be able to.
Be a good way to just lock down a bridge.
I mean, it will certainly tank a lot of these Stormbringer hits.
Here's a good push. Cannon Roller goes down. Brother of the Burning Fist still full HP. It's going to have a heal on it as well.
Not very effective at defending. And yeah, like there's a Scrat Horde in Lazur's hand, but he just doesn't really want to play it into that Holy Fire. Now that he's got rid of that, maybe he can play it. But there's a Grenadier now that's going to clean it up if he does. So
game felt like it swung a little bit towards set at that moment, but maybe this is. Sometimes you have these games where the pushes just go back and forth, and now maybe it may be Lazur's time, and then whoever's pushing at the time of Mana Frenzy ticking gets a huge benefit. Right, again,
yeah, ultimately, both players getting very, very close. Oh yeah, played a trap behind the Cannon Roller, but it didn't do much.
A bit of a Torn trap there, really.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Mana Frenzy, heal for Ruffles. Cannon Roller.
Bridge is in Lazur's favour right now.
Oh, Assassin's going to be nice at the bottom there.
Ooh, but the Cannon Roller.
Anyway. Right, Mana Frenzy, go.
Okay, so Set's taking top bridge, looks like, but Lazur's got bottom bridge for a while, and that Brother of the Burning Fist doesn't go and grab it.
This is the problem, aggroing back.
Lots and lots of mana got generated. Statue sitting on the bridge is going to help to keep that contested.
It's actually getting fairly murdered though.
Yeah, and Jolo was there the whole time.
Oh, massive smite though!
Yeah.
Okay, clears the bottom bridge. Healer at the top, keeping stuff alive. This could be a real swing here for Set.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's find out. This is still anyone's game at the moment. The Cannon Roller we've seen is a problem to deal with.
Oh, good Torn Trap.
Torn Trap's going to help for a while. Torn Trap's going to help. Okay, with Chisma Boomstick again. Here we go. We saw the power of Chisma earlier. Thumbs up. Ruffles going for a heal. Okay, Set.
Oh wow.
It's looking.
Lazur's taking damage.
Yeah, Set's looking in a good spot right now. Chisma Boomstick's going to start doing some work. Boom. Yeah, it's getting healed as well.
Up. Wow.
That holy fire from the brothers, huge. Two brothers on face. One's going to
bottom side.
One's going to get stunned. Prowler coming in from the summons.
I don't think Lazur can hold.
No, that's going to be GG. Set takes game number 2.
And
right.
Here we have the APEP. APEP versus Stormbringer.
Again, Stormbringer. Stormbringer beaten in the previous game, but we did see Lazur beating Dragon in the Stormbringer versus Apep matchup. So that could be in his favour here.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if it plays out a similar way with Set. With Lazur was able to get out to Mana Frenzy and well, perk 3 and then Mana Frenzy well before Dragon in that matchup that we saw just before this one.
Okay, so we got
May
a
well come down to something
Screaming Scrap perk
cards.
1.
Yeah.
I mean,
Doesn't choose to use it. I thought he might have wanted to utilize it on this.
It's not a bad card, the Screaming Scrap, especially for 0 mana. Use
It's
it properly. Here we go. Good clear at the top.
But it's not going to guarantee that bridge because
generally
it
just
kills everything
neutralise
at the
the
same
bridge with
time.
it.
Yeah.
It's nice as an AoE clear or a taunt.
Yeah.
I've definitely struggled when I was playing an Avea deck against. I think it was actually Nanaraja playing Valorian with a Screaming Scrat, and the Screaming Scrat was so good to shut down Avea.
Also, that cannon roller that's been causing problems. Like, if I ever gets anywhere near a Screaming Scrat, you're not going to have to worry about it anymore.
Right. Boom.
Interesting that he chooses to throw it out offensively. Did that Screaming Scrat not explode? Wait, if Screaming Scrat dies, it's true damage.
Screaming Scrat's weird because of the true damage now. I feel like Stormbringer can kill it.
Stormbringer can deny it because the explosion happens when the shield breaks, not when Screaming Scrat dies.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird interaction.
Oh, wow. Huh.
I feel like that's another one of when they changed the true damage.
Yeah, that seems unintended.
Yeah, I feel like that's one that the devs saw and went, oh, I didn't think of that.
Ooh,
Love
is
you,
this wolf
devs.
getting... No, it's not getting denied. So yeah, the Screaming Scrap not producing a huge amount of value for Set at the moment, but I do think that there will be some great opportunities to utilize it in the game, especially as we get towards late game. And for the time being, Set is up on XP, so it's going pretty well. Assassin going to make short work of that.
Yep, Cannonroller just gets absolutely murdered. Grenadier's going to do a good job, keeps that assassin alive.
Yeah. And Musketeer on the top side, which I think came out of a Walking Blind date, is actually going to just clear everything up on its own.
Oh, we see Set again using that Beam of Doom. It seems like it's his removal spell of choice.
Yeah.
It felt in an earlier game that it was just too heavy for what it was being used to remove.
But right now, yeah, I mean, he's definitely ahead and in good shape in this game.
Then we saw the Screamer Scrap force the reaction at the bottom.
Another assassin to take out another
Cannonroller goes down to the assassin. Assassin gets supported but doesn't survive this time. Grenadier will clear up though. Scrat's doing some good face damage, and XP sets in Set's favour.
Nice proactive cycle from Set. Like, he's got the assassin there and he's got his Grenadier ready to deal with that Scrap Horde, which is being consistently used to counter the assassin.
Yep.
He doesn't need to wait for the Scrap Horde to be played. He's going to throw the Grenadier down. He's going to kill off that entire Scrap Horde if it's used to counter the assassin. So well played.
Okay, Beam again. Remember, Beam only does 150
so
face
much.
damage.
Yeah. And poke 3 in for Setsu. Sorry, for Set. Is that a free wordy scrap?
Could have been.
It
Sorry,
might be.
I kind of zoned out a little bit there.
I think it is.
Right. 4 minutes 30 seconds in. Poke 3 for Set.
Yeah.
What's going to have the biggest impact on the game? Is it going to be the free card for Set? Is it going to be Stormbringer with the double attack speed? Stormbringer, Lazur burning a little bit of mana there.
Yeah, in terms of XP, we've been very close this game, but yeah, Set just being a little bit ahead is definitely.
Yeah, it is a free whirly scrap. I mean, that beam's okay because the cannonball is awkward to deal with. Does take the bridge only for a second, but you know, I just keep thinking like a fireball would do the same job as what he's using the beam for.
Yeah.
for less and do more phase damage.
Assassin gonna keep generating value here. Not gonna get taken out. Stormbringer will take out this Grenadier, which is nice. Lazur's just gonna face tank
Well,
an
Assassin's
assassin.
gonna come back at the bottom, grab that bridge.
Oh, okay.
That's frustrating.
That's really nice for Seth, actually. That's not what Lazur was hoping.
And again, more assassin. Okay, nice tranquil monkey at the bottom.
A lot of pressure. Yeah, this tranquil
HP
monkey
at the bottom.
is
That's
gonna
what
be
you want
very
to beam
difficult
for,
to
something
deal
like
with.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay. Cannon roller's gonna do some work, but the assassin will. Okay.
Like cannon rolling.
Go low to tank for it.
Catch me if
Just
you
wandering
can.
all the way across the map.
Catch me if you can. Guess what? You can't. Right, here we go. XP. Set is in the ascendancy
Set
here.
had
Look
those
at it.
bridges all that time whilst Lazur was defending that heavy foot.
Okay, that's
There
a
goes the
great
cannon
use of
roller.
the screaming scrap there. Kills
Gets
the cannon
the
roller,
bridge as
takes the
well.
bridge.
Yeah. And yeah, at this point, you can just throw down a defenso chopper to kill 2 crossbow dudes and be happy with it because you're coming up towards mana frenzy and you just need to sit on these bridges. It's
Yeah, it looks like Set's comfortable here. But we'll find out. Screaming Scrap kills the assassin though. Gotta be careful, that Screaming Scrap will inflict damage to friendlies. Okay,
Yep.
Mana Frenzy for Set. This is where he can close this game out and take a 2-1 lead. Let's find out.
This is a big gap to close for Lazur. He still needs 20 XP and he's just going to be...
Beam.
Yeah, just wants to make sure that he gets the bridges. And I mean, that's all Set needs. He just needs some bridge control now and he's going to have too much stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be quite so mana efficient. That beam was questionable, but
It was arguably not very mana efficient, yeah.
it cleared, held the bridge, and you know, it's paying for itself now.
Yeah, yeah. Set's got more than 7 extra mana from the time that he used that beam. That's for sure.
He's going to die here. Beam on face, clears the pocket units. Way too much here. Set's going to take a 2-1 lead in the
GG.
redemption bracket final. APAP just too strong for Stormbringer. Right, here we go.
Let's go.
2 games to 1. Set against Lazur. Redemption bracket final.
And it is the Morelia, as you said.
Okay, so it's a Morelia, but it is not the same Morelia. We have a Rock Rivals. Arguably, he will have seen other players having a lot of Rock Rivals success. You can see straight away Lazur does have a Curse Bearer, so that's going to be potentially useful against the Golem.
Definitely, definitely. But you don't really want to just throw a Casperia into a 6-mana blue golem, I don't think, because on its own, it's gonna die pretty quickly, and it'll do some decent damage, but it's not actually gonna finish that off.
Alright, here we go. Remember, the first time you spawn, you give your opponent a statue.
Yeah, nice wordy scrap from Seth.
He does have a heal available. He's got a healing fireball. Gonna get some good value here.
Interesting. Ooh,
Remember,
yeah.
the healing fireball will do a max of 400 total healing, split between whatever it hits.
So yeah, Lazur down on XP, and with this first Rock Rivals push coming towards him, I don't know about where that Brother of the Bony Fist placement, but I mean he's held on and defended. So
Yeah, it looked like he placed it to try and get the golem, but it was always going to get taunted onto the blue golem, right?
yeah. Anyway, he is a little bit later to get towards perk 2 than Set, who's hitting his perk 2 right now, but he will have the bounty select come back a bit, and
So
the scrap one,
normally,
which is always gonna.
normally you'd expect to find yourself, you know, behind after your first Rock Rivals, because you've given your opponent the statue to deal with, and so that's not the case here.
Actually falling quite a long way behind here.
This golem's just being a pain. This golem, oof, okay. That
Is
golem
he
got a,
holding? Is there a specific card that Set has, flyby or something, which Set is worried about with the bounty sniper? As for Sunburn, yeah, okay. I thought it seemed like he was holding on to that card, but yeah, well, immediately it gets shut down, and we see why he was unwilling to play that sooner.
Right.
Yeah, Set is going to be hitting perk 3 pretty soon.
He seems like in a comfortable position right now. Yeah,
That's just going to be so much pressure.
Nice block Jolo there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Set's got that XP... Oh, that's a big fire. Because Set's got that XP lead, he can spawn defensively and build up a push. He's burning mana here. He's just waiting. He didn't want to waste anything. Okay. Sniper removed. You see Lazur there. Because he knows the sniper's going to get sunburn, he plays it away from face, but... That golem at the top is substantial. Still has the whirly scrat to tank for it as well. Flyby coming in to clear the Arcanist. Heal comes in.
The heal ball.
This could be real problematic for Lazur. This is going to be a lot of face damage I think he takes here. And all the while he's falling further behind on XP. And there's another golem. Big golem coming at the bottom, which is perk 3 from Milo.
Wow, heal ball is still a really strong card. And something that we haven't seen much recently, but it's really showing its power here.
Set looking to get his place in the grand final, and he's in the ascendancy right now. Lazur is a long way down, 40 XP behind, and it feels like he's falling further and further behind each time. The bounty sniper is just getting removed.
One tick of XP is all he gets. It does have a scrap board to try and clear out this top side push, but
he misses the heal that time though.
Yeah.
Right. We've seen that heal be massively important, but that time
both the bridges belong to Set all this time. Yeah, yeah. That one heal. Yeah, if the heals have been missing all game, then you know it could easily look like a different game. But right now, it looks like Set's done enough work. Honestly.
Yeah, we saw the arcane missiles hitting basically nothing again.
They got a trap, didn't they? But that was about it.
Flyby into the Arcanist. Okay, he's going to save it. Okay, that's nicely done, but it's expensive. It holds the bridge, but for how long?
Both players making nice use of the sunburn.
Mana Frenzy is almost upon us. Set is going to close this out quite comfortably. Can't see any way that Lazur can hold this. He's struggling pre-Mana Frenzy. Now Mana Frenzy has hit. Set's going to be able to close this out.
Yeah, that Bounty Sniper versus Sunburn matchup is really not working out for Lazur, unfortunately. Set was having an answer. And I mean, even without the Sunburn, in fact, the Flyby would probably have been enough. Although Lazur doesn't have the Sunburn. But yeah, Whirly Scrat on face, Arcane Golem on face.
Oh, too much, yeah. That's going to be game. And that means Set's booked himself into the grand final.